far as it's like the kids, I'm saying we got young kids. So we got 11-year-old Keith Jackson, 15-year-olds. I mean, it's terrible. A lot of kids just don't even get a chance at it. I'm saying to make some of themselves. These stones don't really say if you're a man or not. You know, so they're still kids. They haven't had a chance to even live their lives.
The joy of parenthood. Knowing that you have given a part of yourself to create life, one that will grow to shine like a star, to live a bright future, to pass on your legacy. But in Chicago, stars die every day. Since 2001, over 5,000 youth have been killed in Chicago due to gang violence. The homicide rate is quadruple that of New York and double Los Angeles. That is more than all U.S. soldiers who died in combat in Afghanistan. This year alone, over 320 youth and young adults have been killed as of July 2012. And according to the Center on American Progress, violence costs the city of Chicago a $5.3 billion price tag each year, compared to only about $100 million spent on arts programs. We've created this web series to share the stories of youth and adults who have decided to make a stand in this fight, and show how they are changing their communities.
My name is Lamar Jordan. I'm an MC, spoken word poet and performer, teaching artist from the west side of Chicago. And violence has affected me growing up in the Austin community. I've definitely had, some homies who were, had their lives taken by violence or whatever. My homie Romance, who I kind of grew up with, had his life taken by a dice gang. I played basketball with people who were killed, grew up with other people who are locked up for acts of violence. So, growing up in a neighborhood like Austin, violence was kind of like always around me.
Violence has affected me in many ways, in different parts of my life. Starting with freshman year of high school at Corliss. First known act of gun violence was this guy named Terrion Foster. He was in my math class. He was shot and killed.
Violence has affected me in a lot of ways. I come from Cabrini Green Projects, one of the most rundown projects in Chicago. Very dangerous, very violent. I lost a couple friends over there, man. I done been shot at.
As of, I think, a couple of days ago, Chicago was named the murder capital. Besides, there's more killings here actually than in Afghanistan.
There's a lack of interaction between people in power and actual community. I think as much as they want to reach out or say they reach out, it becomes this kind of superficial practice that's not really being in-depthly carried out.
And violence is not having access to education, not having access to proper employment, housing, healthcare, and that violence is often overlooked when we talk about street violence. And to us, what we've seen on the streets is a response to that lack of access to basic human needs.
Depending on who you may ask, you will get multiple perspectives, but the fact remains the same, that every year hundreds of future doctors, lawyers, teachers, and statesmen are being murdered, and this will not be accepted. Stay tuned for next week's episode as we explore ways in which we can prevent the violence.